Greetings, Mechwarriors. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is TTB. Welcome back to some Mechwarrior Online news. Today we're going to talk about the patch notes 1.4.237.0. February 17th is when this patch is apparently going to come in, or maybe 16th. I don't know. This says 17th. This scene says 16th. Let's look at the contents. The patch is going to be fairly small, 38 megabytes. Patch date and time is going to be February 16th. Okay. 10 a.m. To 1 p.m. Pacific. Downtime 1 to 2 hours, that is fine. And I quote, "Greetings, Mechwarriors. Although it is not the largest patch in terms of looking back at the patch history of Mechwarrior Online, it's a big step forward for the future of MWO. Keep the big step forward in mind. It is the return of regular MWO patches. Yes, nice. Return of MWO development. Well, finally, after 3 years. It's the return of dedicated growing MWO dev team. Okay. And it is for all of us on the team to return to a game and a community that you all love." Okay, nice, nice, nice. So, yeah, basically this is the first patch of many to come. Good. Changes. Bolt-ons stay on. That's a global change in this patch. Every bolt-on will not fall off when damaged unless they are attached to a component that is destroyed. Well, that's a thing that most people were asking for, because why spend your money on bolt-ons if they fall off at the first little hitch? But here comes the but. We have received some crucial feedback about the impact this could have on gameplay. So, apparently some people on the forums are a little bit apprehensive that bolt-ons could give the image of weapon systems. So those giant chainsaws that you see on my Annihilator arms, those could be weapons, and they could be mistaken. So some bolt-ons should fall off and some shouldn't. So let's make a forum thread about it and discuss it in a committee, and then also come up with another option to make rendering of bolt-ons an option in player preferences, client side. Okay, so here's a couple of things that are happening. Make rendering of bolt-ons a client-side option is both a good thing and a bad thing. Good thing because you can just turn them off. Bad thing because you spend your money on, you spend your hard-earned cash on bolt-ons, and nobody sees them because they have turned them off. I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but I mean, if they want to go with the option to turn off bolt-ons, then that is fine. But if you have the option to turn off bolt-ons, then why the hell would you invest valuable development time that could go into balance changes, into spawn changes, into literally anything, to discuss it with the community of which specific bolt-ons are now good little bolt-ons and which are bad little bolt-ons that need to fall off after they get shot? Don't waste time on that, guys. You're fighting on a side battlefield. The main battlefield is the crucial things that are bugging and plaguing the community, like shitty spawn points, like bad maps, like bad balancing. That's what you need to focus on, guys. And BGI, you guys have already talked about a lot of important focus areas. Just don't get bogged down in bullshit like this. If you want to have an option for bolt-ons on and off, fine, good thing, have it. But don't go any further than this. Don't spend any more time on this. It's a wasted time. It's wasted time on a side battlefield. Don't do it. All right, moving on. Living with the current bolt-on situation from February 16th to March 16th may frustrate some players. Well, if you get frustrated by that, you've got a whole different problem. We think this decision is an example of our commitment to listening and adjusting our plans to serving the community and the game in the best way possible. No. This is not it's an example of commitment to listening and trying to please everyone. And that is a mistake. Don't do it. If you want to have that option for turning it off globally, do that and be done with it. Move on to more important stuff. Move on to more important stuff, please. Next one, reconnection time limited early lever punishment threshold changes. Reconnection time limit will be bumped up from 2 minutes to 4 minutes to rejoin a match. That is sorely needed because the game takes forever to load, so that's a good thing. And then change the early lever punishment threshold from 2 minutes to 4 minutes as well to account for that as well. That is fine. Understand that YOLOing and purposely disconnecting from a match results in a negative experience for the rest of players in the game. If the match isn't going your way, tough it out. It builds character and always have an opportunity for another kill or to rally the team for a victory. Yada, yada, yada. So basically what they're saying here is don't just leave early, don't be an asshole. Yes, wholeheartedly agree. Then the next point, reduced unit recruitment costs by 90%. I was just looking at these numbers, guys, and I was like, okay, so if you're trying to get people into your community, into your unit in the game, at 25 people, you have to pay 1.25 million C-bills just to recruit a dude. There's no reason for this. I mean, even at the new cost of 10%, there is no reason to this. It's just a money thing. I would have just recommended to just remove it altogether. People should be able to form their communities, their units, as much as they want, without having this weird maintenance cost attached to it. So 10% of the original value, good move. I would have just removed it completely. Next point, increasing the cadet bonus, more C-bills and more additional rewards. They won't be retroactive, but they will be retroactive for players that have recently joined and complete the cadet bonus. Cutoff dates are to be determined. Okay, so this is a good thing. That's what we've discussed already in all the videos beforehand. People that come in new to the game will get more C-bills now. As you can see, C-bill rewards are basically bumped up by another, like, 20-25%. And there will be items like premium time, MCs, a couple of colors, supply caches, a war horn is in there as well, some GSP, more premium time, another couple of colors, a mech bay, supply cache again. Like, there's some good fun stuff in here for the first 25 matches that new players have. That is a good change that will hopefully help to keep new players a little bit more motivated and keep them around. So this is a change I wholeheartedly agree with. Then the next thing, time of day speed set to 0 for 6 maps. That means that there is no more time of day change. And they changed some of the default times of day for those maps. That's a really good thing, guys. We all hated that performance hit that happens whenever the time of day changes. Forest Colony will be locked into 10 a.m. Sorry. Frozen City will be locked into 8 a.m. River City will be locked into 10 a.m. Polar Highlands 8 a.m. and Radiant Bog 2 p.m. Interesting change here. They chose to do Crimson Strait at basically 7 p.m. So it's going to be slightly dark. Will be interesting to see how people like that or not, but I like the time of day changes here, and it's also a nice thing that they will have a night map, so we'll see how Crimson Strait shapes up to be here. So those are changes I agree with, and I also agree with the way they're doing it. They're changing something and then it's like, okay, here, give us feedback. We just changed it, give us feedback. Not taking too much time to discuss anything, just set it and be done with it. Love it. Love it. And this looks cool. Dark Crimson Strait might be cool. And then some minor changes, Mechwarrior Online comp series titles and badges. I mean, yeah, of course, if you're in that and you're playing that and whatnot, okay, sure. That might be interesting to everybody else. It's just, yeah, okay, it's there. Solaris will be reset and the rewards will be injected, and a minor bug fix. Light Gauss Rifle min heat penalty level equals 3, changed to min heat penalty level equals 4, whatever that means. Okay. So that is the patch, guys. Some good stuff in here, including bolt-ons stay on, and some bad stuff in here, as in I fear they're getting themselves bogged down where they're starting to do something and then just go to too many different things at the same time. So I think bolt-ons, in my opinion, bolt-ons, you have the option to turn it off globally. I think that is an interesting change. Yeah, sure. And then be done with it. That's it. You don't have to go into discussions with the community now which bolt-ons fall off and which ones don't. That is just wasted time. Don't do it. Put the time where it matters, on other bits of the game. Well, let's have a look at what chat is saying right now. Butterspot is saying, you can't please everyone. Why? Why? Exactly that. Exactly that. There's an interesting part about the early leaver paragraph. If you're leaving because of groups, be aware that we're thinking of removing them from solo queue. Yes, that's a point that was discussed in the roadmap as well. Group queue and solo queue should be split. There should be a group queue dedicated and a solo queue dedicated, and that should be it. And maybe lower down the amount of players from group queue from like 12 people per match to just 8 people per match. That will be 2 full groups. Maybe that'll make for some faster matchmaking. I understand that people like to play in groups, and I understand that people like to play with their friends and that they don't want to wait forever to find a group versus group match. But groups destroy solo queue. Groups destroy solo queue. Not necessarily if it's just a couple of friends banding together, but if it's a couple of friends that know how to play the game banding together, they will destroy the solo queue as long as they're online. So, yeah, that is a change that also needs to happen. Curious to see what you guys are thinking. Put it down in the video comments below. This has been TTB. More MWO news. Enjoy. Thanks. Take care, guys. Have a great day. Bye-bye.